এগুলো হচ্ছে সিম্পলিফিকেশন। ওকে, সিম্পলিফিকেশন মানে কি, মানে এটাকে লোয়েস্ট টার্মে নিয়ে আসতে হবে। So how we can bring these things in lowest term? That means if anything we can cancel, we'll cancel that. Let's say a, what it's saying, 4x square, right? Open your book. 4x
Yes.
square divided by
12x square y.
x square y. তো এটা প্রত্যেকটা যে এলিমেন্ট গুলো আছে, every element will check separately. First we will consider coefficient. What is coefficient? The constant part, that means numeric part. Okay, can you
Yes.
cancel any of this?
Yes.
How we can cancel?
By dividing them
4, then this
4
will
and
3.
3.
Right?
Yes.
This one.
Yes. X square and x square.
So remaining is what? Remaining is
Y.
down, it's remaining y.
1 by y.
That since nothing is there, that means 1 is there. Okay, 1 is like a god, it's everywhere. Okay, got this point? So this is
Yes.
the simplified answer, but this is not all. We are having 3 here also, so 3 also we will need to take. Okay,
Okay.
so we are going to get 1 by 3y. Got this point? Similarly, let's check with the d. What it's saying? 3. Tell me, 3.
Double D. 3mn square and 3 cubic. The down part is 18m cubic and p6.
18m cubic and then what?
Cubic and p6.
P to the power 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now if we want to do, consider the constant part, coefficient. Okay, we can cross 3 with the 18, right?
And then get 6.
6. We are going to get 6 here. Then we are having 3 times m, right? Here we are
Yes.
having m times 1 time m's. So if we cancel this, so
And we get m square.
m square. Then we are
The
having
same thing with n.
n, then we'll get n here. Okay, 3 times p, we are having 6 times p. So if we cancel this, then it will be 3. So here for this variable you can check like this. The biggest one, p6 is there, right? Minus 3 is equal to p to the power 3. Like this way you can check. Okay,
Oh. Yes.
so you will deduct the biggest power, you will deduct the smallest power from the biggest power, and you will place where the biggest power stays. Okay, so it's a algebraic division. Got this point? So what will be the result? On top we can see only n is remaining, right?
Yes.
Write n, then denominator we are getting 6, then m square, then p to the power q. This is the answer. Isn't it easy?
Yes, it's easy.
Okay,
What about the 2 where there are minus and plus signs?
okay, we'll go one by one. Next, let's go for the 2. Okay, it's saying what? A, it's saying,
Yes.
tell me,
A is xy plus 3y,
3y,
4x plus 12.
4x
4x plus 12.
12. So it's difficult, right? Since no multiplication, only addition are there, we cannot cancel
Yes.
like this. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to factorize. What is factorize? It is making the multiplication of certain terms. Okay, instead of plus, we'll bring into the multiplication. So how we can bring? very simply. See here, y is here, y is here, right?
Yes.
So we can take y as common. So what will remain? X plus
X plus 3.
3. Then we'll have below, we are having this 12 and 4 constant part are there. No variable common in this equation, right? So
Yes.
we take common 4. If we
4.
take 4 as common, then it will
That will
come
be X plus 3.
plus 3. Now see, this one term, this one term, right? It is now multiplication. Instead of addition, it's becoming multiplication. So when it's multiplication, we can easily cross out, right?
Yes.
So we can cross out x plus 3 here, x plus 3 here. Then this 2 is not crossing out, remaining. So our answer is y by
4.
Okay, got this? Isn't it easy?
Yes.
Let's do E. E is what? M minus n square,
M
right?
minus, yes, M minus n square.
Square divided by
And then divided by M square minus Mn.
minus mn. It looks complex, right?
Yes.
But it's easy. See, m minus 1 square. That means we are having 2m minus 1, right? We can write m minus n square. Okay, let's remaining this one. Or we can break it, m minus n into m minus n 2 times. Okay.
Okay.
Now here you see something common is there, right? M also is here, M also is here. So let's take common M, then M minus
Then
N.
minus n.
Okay. See, this one and this one is same, right? But the difference
Yes.
is power. That means if we cross out this one, it will remain
One of them will remain.
one will be remaining. Okay. Then M is there.
Yes.
So we cannot divide any addition or subtraction with that the denominator unless it is in the multiplication form. Multiplication form means it should be in the multiplying form, factorizing. So our result remain m minus n divided by m. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to divide, how you can divide? You will have to divide this one by this one by this one. Okay. You know, LCM we have done m by m minus n by m. Can you remember the LCM?
Yes.
So not LCM, GCD, greatest common divisor. We can write like this also. If we come with the GCD, it will come this one. It will be changing to this. So here we can actually this one is your answer. But if you want to go further, you can go m then 1 minus n by m. This also answer. Okay. Got this point?
Yes.
Okay. Let's check another one. Let's take F. F is what? 3 P Q. It is in the multiplication form, right?
5 PQ. 5 PQ.
This is 5. Okay. 5 PQ. Then 15 P minus 10 P.
Minus 10 PQ.
This is already in the multiplication form, but it is in the subtraction form. These two are multiplied, these two multiplied, but in the subtraction equation is there. So we'll write like this 5 PQ, since it's a multiplication, we'll keep the same. Now consider these two. Okay. Can we take any common from these two, 15 and 10?
We can take 5 common.
5, yes. So can we take P and P common, because it's
Yes.
in the same, both terms it's 7. Then is there any Q for both sides?
No.
The sign?
There's no Q. There's no Q.
So 15p, that means if I take 5 common from this, if we divide 15 by 5, it will be
With
what?
3. 3.
P and P will get cancelled, okay? Minus, we're having 10. If
2.
10 by 5, 2, then we are having P, since P already there, so this will get cancelled. So it will remain Q, right?
Yes.
So now you can cancel out. What you can cancel out? You can cancel this 5 and 5, right?
Yes.
This P and P, right?
And nothing else.
Nothing else. So we'll have the answer 3 minus 2Q. This is answer. Isn't it easy?
Yes.
Okay. Now you will take your homework to solve the other remaining one. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's go for the 3. Number 3. Okay. We'll solve the A. 3A. It is saying 2A plus B divided by 4A square, right?
Yes.
Minus B square. Okay.
Yes.
So it's a
Okay.
bit tricky. We cannot take any common from here, right?
Yes. No common.
From denominator, we cannot take any common for both sides, right?
Yes.
But we can solve it in other way. 2A plus B. See here. We know one formula, A square minus B square, right? This
Yes.
is what? A minus B into A plus
A
B.
minus B.
This is one formula we have learned earlier. Okay. So
Okay.
if we want to make this in this form, how we can do? See, 4 means what? 4 means 2 square, right?
It's 2 square.
Okay. So that means we can write it like this, 2A whole square. That means 2 square and A square. Let's say, let's break it down. 4A. 4 means what? 2 square.
4 means 2 square.
Then we are having A square. Okay. Since both are
Okay.
having the same power value, okay, we can write this as common and we can give whole square. Okay. This is the rules. If any two term having same power, then we can compress this and we can write like this. Okay. Like this, if you say A square, B square, C square, it's same as A, B, C whole square. Okay.
Okay.
That means if you want to break this one, you will write like this: A square, B, this square will come, C, this square will come. Okay. Remember this. If same power is there for any two variable or constant, we can compress and we can write in common way, common form. Okay.
Okay.
So we can write 4A square as 2A whole square. Okay.
Okay.
Then minus B square. So if we apply the formula, this factor formula, what we'll get? 2A plus B divided by, we'll get, instead of A, we'll write 2A. Okay. 2A
Okay.
minus B, since B is there. Okay. Then 2A plus B. Got this? Applying this formula. Okay. So now, is there any doubt?
Yes. No doubt.
Okay. Now you see, very easily you can cancel out, isn't it? You can cancel this 2A plus B, cancel this. Then we'll have 1 on top, then 2A minus B in denominator. Okay. This is answer. Got this?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's do, which one you want? Out of the 3, which one you feel difficult?
B.
B. Okay.
Yes.
So B, it's saying what? C square, right?
C square plus
2CD, right?
yes.
Minus 15D square. Okay. Then denominator we are having 4C square plus 20C and D. It looks too complex, right? Now, like programming, you will need to think that how you can solve this problem. So this is 3 terms are there. Okay. We can break it down
Okay.
with the factorization that we have learned earlier, isn't it? How we'll break it down? We'll take this constant and the constant, nothing is there, that means 1 is there. Okay. That means 1 into minus 15 is what?
1 into minus 15
This
is minus
can
15.
be written as 15 can be written as 3 into 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say we are having the 2 here. That means if we write like this 5 minus 3, then it will come 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. So remember, if minus sign is there, as you learned earlier, minus sign is there, the biggest one will have positive sign and the smallest one will have negative sign if plus is there. Okay.
Yes.
We'll need to consider this one also, this plus. If plus is there and minus is there, then biggest one will take the minus sign, the plus sign, and smallest one will take the minus sign. If it is like this, if it is minus is there, then what will have? Will take the biggest opposite. Biggest one will take the minus sign and smallest one will take the plus sign.
Plus sign.
Okay. So what we can write like this, we can write C square plus, instead of 2CD, we can write 5CD minus 3CD, right? Okay. For this point.
Okay.
Huh?
Yes.
So
yes.
it will be like this 2CD. 5CD minus 3CD equals to 2CD. Okay. Then we'll write
Yes.
minus 15D square. Then we'll write denominator. In the denominator, what we can do, we can take some common, right? 4 and 20, we can take 4 common, right? C square and C is there, so C we can take common. So if we take the common, then we will have C, then we'll have plus 4 into 5, 25 D, because D is getting cancelled. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's take common from here. Consider these two. We can take common C, right? That means it will have C plus 5D. Okay. Then we can take common 3 is there, 15 is there. That means we can take 3 as common. D is there, D also is there. We can take D as a common. Then since minus is there, the internal sign will get changed if minus is there. That means minus, if it is minus, minus into minus is multiply is what? Minus into minus, sorry, minus equals to what? Plus, right?
Yes.
We have learned like this. Plus into plus equals to plus, right? Plus
Yes.
minus equals to minus.
To minus.
Then minus into minus equals to plus.
Plus.
Okay. So if we are taking common minus, so it will become plus. So before that, 3 and D getting cancelled, C plus, then we'll have 5, 15 divided by 3, 5, then D, 1, D. Then we are having 4C, then C plus 5D. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this we can rearrange. C, let's take common this one first. C plus 5D. If we take the common, okay, this is multiplication, this is multiplication. So we will have C remaining here, right? C minus 3D divided by 4C into C plus 5D. D. Okay. Now we can
Okay.
see C plus 5D also is there. This and this will get cancelled. Okay. So we'll have
Okay.
remaining C minus 3D divided by 4C. This is answer. Got this point?
Yes.
So what we'll have to do, if we get the equation like this, we'll factorize this one using the factorizing formula. Then if we can take common, then we'll take common. Then we'll cross each other. Okay?
Okay.
Is that clear?
Okay.
Now let's go for the 4. Number 4. Number 4, which one you want to do?
Number 4. A. Let's do A and D.
A. Okay, let's take A. 15 A square. Okay. Divided by 8 A B to the power Q, right? C into 4C divided by 5AB. This is easy. Actually, this is nothing but you can consider like this. You can multiply this and this. We can write like this also: 15 into 4 A square C. This we can combine like this. Okay. Now we can combine these two also. 8 into 5. A is there. That means it will be A square. BQ is there, B is there. That means it will be 4, then C. We can write like this, or we can keep like this. Okay. Got this point? So let's take, we'll be keeping similar ways as it is. So for any fraction multiplication, you have learned earlier that this numerator will multiply with the numerator, denominator will multiply with the denominator. Okay. So let's start. We are having 15 here. Okay. Let's check. Anything can divide 15?
5 can.
Yes. So 5 can divide 15. That will be 3, right?
Yes, 3.
Okay. Anything can divide A. This can divide A, right?
A.
A. Anything A is there, A is there. This can cross this also. Okay. Now
So
let's.
you can cut off. You can simply from bottom and by corner by corner.
Yeah, you can cut corner by corner also.
Oh.
Bottom and bottom, corner by corner, everywhere you can cut for this multiplication. Like this, we have BQ. Is there anything B on top? No.
No.
Right? C.
C. There is C.
C is there. C will get cancelled. Now remaining 8. We can cross 8
We
by
can
4, right?
cross. Yes.
2. So what remaining on top? Only 3.
Only 3 and bottom is 2B cube.
2B, not Q. This is 3 and here another B is there. You have to be careful. Don't be so hurry. Okay. So B to the power 4. Okay.
Okay.
So that means multiplication of anything into B. That means we are having 1 on top of this, right? If nothing is there. So just plus this one. Add this, you will get result. Okay. For division, if it is B3 by B, so it will be like this. Since it's a down, it will be minus sign. So B3 minus 1, that means B square. Okay.
Okay.
This is the formula. If you multiply, the power will add up. If you divide, power will be deducted. Okay.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
So we'll get now D or B. Which one?
D.
Huh? B.
D.
D.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, B. Let's do B first.
B. Okay, let's do B first. What is 3 into C plus D, right?
Yes.
Divided by C minus D into 2C minus 2D divided by 8C
8C
plus
plus 8D.
okay,
D.
8D.
D.
This one will be plus 8D. Okay, sorry.
That's B.
Okay. 8D. Okay. Now check here. Is there anything you can do on top of this 3 into C plus D? Nothing to do because it's already in the multiplication.
In the bracket.
3 into
Yes.
C plus D we write. Next, anything you can do here? Nothing, right? C minus
Yes.
D into anything you can take common here?
Yes. Number 2.
2 C minus D divided by anything you can take common here?
Same here. 8.
8 C plus D. Now see, C minus D is there, okay?
Yes. So we will deduct them
This will get cancelled.
as well as the bottom ones.
This, 4, okay?
Okay.
Right?
it's
So its result is 3 by 4.
4.
Is it difficult?
No, not at all.
Okay. So just you will have to consider that how you will factorize this one. Now D.
Now number D.
Okay. It looks so difficult, but it is most easy. 3Q divided by 6 into C plus D. Okay.
Okay.
Plus 2C square divided by 3C plus 3D. Okay. Now it's already in the multiplication form. Right?
Yes.
So 8CQ divided by 6 into C plus D. Remember, this is not multiplication, this is plus sign. Okay.
Okay.
Here 2C square divided by anything you can take common 3, right?
Yes.
So since it's not a multiplication, it's addition, so you cannot go cross. Okay, you cannot cancel out in cross way for addition and subtraction. Cross is possible only for multiplication or division. Okay, so now what we'll have to do, that means this one is separate, this one is separate. Okay, so we'll have to consider this part first. 8CQ 6C plus D. Anything you can take and cross out?
Yes. 8 and 6 divided by 2.
Divided by 2. So we can write 4CQ divided by 3 into C plus D. Okay. Then we have a plus sign. Anything you can take out from here?
No.
No. 2C square divided by 3 into C plus D. Okay. Okay, still it is not simplified. It is not in one particular term, single term, right? But carefully, if you check here and here, these are common, right? We can take GCD from here. Okay, so we can write like this. 3C plus D, okay, as a common. Then we can write 4CQ plus 2C
plus 2C square.
Okay.
Now we can just add them.
You can just add them. Since the denominator are same, so just add the numerator. Now, interestingly, you can see here, can we take common on top?
Yes, we can take common C.
Only C?
C and 2.
Only C and 2. See, C3 and C2 is there. That means C2 we can take common, right?
That means
2C.
2C square.
Yes. If we take common, what will be? C will be remaining here.
2C square will remain.
2C.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus
C, just C.
no, just 1. Because
1.
we already taken.
Oh,
as-
yes. Yes.
So we are having 3C plus D. Can we cancel anything from here?
We can cancel nothing.
Nothing. That means this is answer. So it is now one
The
term,
answer.
right? Instead of 2 term,
Yes.
we derive to the 1 term. So this is answer.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Got this point? You will do the C. Number C is your homework.
Okay.
Now go for the 5th one. Which one you want to do? Number 5.
Let's do the rest on Saturday.
On Saturday,
Let's do the rest on Saturday.
it's the same. Just imagine and do it by yourself. Intermediate level. Basic level is done. Okay, let's do one only. Two
Okay.
we will see. Number A. That means 9x a minus b whole square, right?
Yes.
Divided by 27x, then a minus b whole square it whole square cube.
Yes. Whole square is cube.
No, a minus b to the power 3 or 2. I cannot see from here.
It's top one is 2 and bottom one is 3.
3. So see here, what you will have to do, you will have to do something very easy. See here, it is already in the multiplication form, right?
Yes.
You can cancel this one as 3. Okay. You
Yes.
can cancel
And
this
then-
one and this one. You can cancel these two also because a minus b, a minus b. Since it's a division, then will remain a minus b here. Okay. So,
So
result
that's
is
what
what?
it remains.
1 divided
1 by a
minus b.
minus b.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Show m.
Huh?
Show the bottom one m.
M. Okay. Let's take m. Number m. It is, keep telling me, plus a m minus a n minus mn, right?
Yes.
Divided by a square plus am plus an plus mn, right?
Yes. am plus an plus mn.
Okay. So see here, 4 terms are there. Okay. You will consider 2 by 2. Is there any common? A is common.
Yes. A square is common.
Here n is common, right?
Yes.
So if we take a as common, it will come a plus m, right? These two.
Yes.
Then minus, if we take n as common, it will be
So it's a plus a minus m.
no
The plus m plus m plus m.
plus m. Okay. Then in bottom one, we'll get same a common, a plus m
Minus plus m
plus
plus
n we can take.
n.
We can take n as common, right? N
Yes.
a plus m. So we can
So now we just
take
cut them.
common again, a plus m, take common, then it will remain a
A
minus
minus n.
letter n. Okay. Then
Okay.
we same way a plus m. Okay. Then it will be a plus m. Got this point?
Yes.
So this and this will get cancelled. Okay. So result is a minus n divided by a plus n. This is answer. It looks big, but it's so easy, right?
Yes.
The similar way, all these things you can do. Let's do h. It looks h1. Let me tell me the h.
It
3
is 3x square
x
plus
square
5xy
plus 5
minus 2y square
minus
2y square
2y square. Then we are having
4x square
4x
plus 7xy
7
minus 2y square.
minus 2y square. Okay. If you get like this three term, what you will have to do? You will have to factorize, right?
Yes.
In 4 terms, we could common. We can take common for 2. We can make. Since it's a 3, we cannot make this 2 and remaining 1. We'll have to make it to the 4 terms so that we can take common. So for that, what we'll have to do? We'll have to multiply 3 and with the sign minus 2. What will be the result? That means minus
result
6, right?
Minus, yes.
Okay, now let's take 2 and 3 easily. That means 3 into 2. The coefficient of this one will be multiplied. That means 6. Okay. It's very easy. See here, now we'll need to use the factor of 6 that will make 5xy. How we can make 5xy?
By
3 into 2 is 6. That means if we add this 3 plus 2,
3 plus 2 is 5.
5, right?
Yes.
But it will not work. Why? Because minus sign is there. If it is minus sign, then what was the rules? The biggest one?
The biggest one will get
Positive sign.
since that is positive sign, the biggest one will get minus.
The smallest one will get minus sign, right?
Other than the biggest one will get plus.
Biggest one will get plus. Since minus sign is there and plus sign is there. So biggest one is what? 3 minus 2. It is becoming 1, right? So it is not working.
Yeah.
But we can do like this also, right? 6 into 1. Isn't
6
it?
into 1.
Yes.
Yes.
1 is 6, right?
Yes.
Now apply the formula. Biggest one will have positive sign since positive is there. Okay. 6.
Yes.
The smallest one will have negative sign, right?
Negative.
That means minus 1 equals to what? 5. Okay. It's becoming right. Okay. So we'll write like this: 3x square plus 6xy minus
minus
6y only. Okay.
y.
6 minus 1 minus 2y square. Similarly, for the bottom one, what we can write? See, we'll multiply this one and this one. What will be?
It's
The
8.
result 8. Okay. We'll need to make
8xy square.
8. 8. It will be 8. So we can write like this: 2 into 4. Okay. If we add or minus deduct, it will not going to be 7, right?
Yes.
You can make like this also, but it's not going to be 7. But we have another one: 8 into 1. Okay.
8 into 1.
So we'll write 4x square. Since this is positive and this is negative, the biggest one get positive sign, right?
This one get positive.
Plus 8xy
Yes. Minus xy.
xy minus 2y square.
Y square.
Okay. So
now factorize it.
Now factorize it. Let's take common from this. 3 will get common,
3.
x will get common. So x plus y, right? Then
Yes.
minus y will.
Wait, x plus 3y.
Sorry.
X plus 2y.
Good. So it will be x plus 2y minus, if we take y common, it will be x plus 2y, right? Then we'll have,
Yes.
let's take common 4x. Okay, that means x
Okay.
plus y minus, take y as a common, x plus 2y.
2y, 2y.
X plus 2y minus, take y common, x plus 2y.
Plus 2y.
So we can write like this, x plus 2y, this will take common, and it will be 3x minus y.
3x minus y.
Okay, then we'll have x plus 2y, then we'll have 4x minus y.
X minus y.
Okay,
Okay.
now can we cancel this one?
Yes.
Yes, that means remaining 3x minus
Minus
y,
y.
4x minus y. This is answer. Okay, got this?
Okay. Yes.
It's very easy. 6-1 is your homework. Okay, using this technique, all the technique combined in this number 6. Okay,
Okay.
so you will do it yourselves. If any problems is there, ask me. For this point,
Okay.
like
Yes.
this g, you will need to factorize this one. Okay,
Okay.
you need to factorize this one, then you can simplify it very easily. Okay,
Okay.
is that clear or easy?
It's easy.
Easy. Okay, any other subject?
No, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much. See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.